What's up, everyone? We're live. How you doing? Here we are. Welcome to the Thursday stream. Excited to be here as always. If this is your first time joining, we're going to make a recipe together from start to finish. I have a fun idea for putting the flavors of street corn into a delicious Korean pancake, or like a kimchi pancake, basically. So I'm excited to get started. Make sure you hang out. Make sure you follow along, add questions, jump in the chat, say hi, and yeah, just join in. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to switch here and get going. So I have corn here. I need a knife. That's important. And you definitely could use like frozen corn for a recipe like this. What's up, Rich? But, you know, it's that time of the year where corn is really good. So got to take advantage of it, right? And you could definitely do this. Thanks, Carlos, and welcome. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it tastes too. I'm gonna throw a lot of stuff in here, both from the kimchi pancake and street corn, and I'm hoping that they'll play nicely together. But I think they will. You know, again, I don't see anything that wouldn't work. So I'm just gonna add all the corn to this bowl, and I'm not sure if you're used to cutting corn off of cobs like this, but a lot of people do this double bowl method, basically, where you put like one bowl upside down in a bigger bowl. I don't always love that way. It will make less of a mess though, as I'm like spilling corn everywhere, right? Hey Gina, welcome. So, how's everyone's week going? I just did basically like a segment with corn fritters. So that's why I was like getting excited about the street corn idea, and that's why I decided to do these. And thankfully I didn't burn myself on corn fritters, corn balls. That's good that today is quiet, Rich. Yeah, it has been an intense couple weeks for sure. For a lot of people, I think. But yeah, if you just go slowly on this, it's not going to make a mess, really. It's all about the slow cuts. If you try to go fast, then that's when the corn is going to go everywhere. And when you do this, you want to make sure to cut it like soy loco for the corn balls, yes. If you cut it too close to the cob, you're gonna get like it's not gonna be as good. Like you're gonna get this like fibrous piece of corn, I guess. Whereas if you're just cutting the edges, you're getting like the tender piece of corn. And I haven't cooked this or anything. And I think if you're doing a recipe like this, first of all, you're cooking it when we cook the pancake. But also, I don't think corn needs to cook much. My personal taste is that if you're having like fresh summer corn, it's best raw or almost raw. It's so juicy. It's so delicious. You know, I know people who like to cook their corn to death. I'm not going to name Fiona's name on this. I'm not sure if she's watching. Oh, Russell, I haven't heard of that corn, but next time in California, I'm going to check it out. Sounds really delicious. And yeah, for a recipe like this, it'll be perfect. Especially, like I said, look, like as I'm cutting this, it's like so juicy. It's like squirting corn juice everywhere. And, you know, that is going to be like, that's going to add so much flavor to the whole thing. And that's why, to me, like cooking it a lot, you're going to lose all that good juice. This is my last cob here, and then we can keep things moving. So I should turn this on. I always turn my burner on late, and then we're like all waiting for it to get hot. Good, 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 good. Nice. So, let me clean this up a little bit. Russell, if you're still here, is that like a cultivar of corn or like a certain farm or brand or what? Because I know like sometimes it's the different like the different seeds or varieties of corn. All right, so this is inspired by kimchi pancake, so I am going to add a little kimchi to it. Nothing like good kimchi will wake you up on a Thursday afternoon. That and coffee. But I'm going to do less than what a kimchi pancake normally would be. Because we want this to be corn forward, right? Corn forward. Stir that up. Cornward. A little bit of rice vinegar in here. I thought it was good, Rich. Don't worry. And then I'm going to add flour and cornstarch, and it's equal parts basically until it feels like a good pancake consistency. And the cornstarch is what gives a kimchi pancake its like trademark sort of like gumminess. So also more traditional would be to use potato starch probably, but cornstarch also works great. So for some reason I wanted to do the flour first a little bit. This is also going to need more liquid in my opinion. So I'm going to add a little more of that vinegar. Some of that cornstarch here. I did the cornstarch early in a bowl because I knew it was going to be messy, but it still was messy. What are you going to do? All right, I mean, this looks great. So I'm just going to add some water to this. And you know what? I think I want to add cilantro to it as well. So we're going to put cilantro on top, obviously. But I think it'll be nice to have some inside too for the color of it. Only a little bit. We'll save the rest for on top. Let's see. It's a strain grown in Brentwood. Oh, wow. Nice. In Bay Area. Awesome. Yeah, definitely next time I'm up there, going to get some of that. So, all right, great. This is coming together nice. You want it to be a pretty a thick consistency, but the cornstarch is tricky when you're doing something like this, because it can be like thick in some areas and kind of thin in other areas. So you really have to make sure it gets mixed well. Hey, thanks, Russell. That's awesome. Yeah, it was such a blast to be on the show. She's ramping back up in August, so I'm hoping that we can get some more segments together. It'd be really cool. So that's what we're looking for texture-wise. That's it. All right, let me see here. Need to clean the area a little bit. And this is like heating up pretty good. But I think I kind of want to get like some of my toppings ready before I do that. So for the toppings, I have chili flakes, Korean chili flakes, and sesame seeds. Those are going to be more traditional toppings for the pancake. And then traditional toppings for the corn would be cilantro, cotija cheese, and basically mayo. But I mixed the mayo earlier, like I did this earlier. It's lime juice, mayo, and some smoked paprika. So that'll be ready. I'm going to do a second sauce because like the kimchi pancakes usually have like a soy sauce mixture as well. So I'm going to do another sauce right now and drizzle that on top too. This is going to make the pancake and just like dump everything on like it's a pizza, I guess. So need a few little bowls here. And I got this nice cotija cheese, which I just love. It's like one of the best cheeses. And I'm just crumbling it up so that it's going to be ready to go on top of this pancake. And that's good, really. And now I'm just going to chop the cilantro and put it in here. Any chance I get to put cilantro stems in something to annoy Rich, I'll take it. My #1 viewer. Great. More cleanup to do here. And then I'm just going to make that last little sauce. Let me get a little, this will help. So I'm just going to make the sauce right in the thing here. So it's going to be a little bit of sesame oil. Soy sauce. I'd say like equal of that. About half as much rice vinegar. Some honey. I have to move that for this. And I was going to do this sambal, but I'm realizing actually this might get stuck in the thing. So I'll just put some sriracha in. make it easier. Great. So there's sauce number 2. Cool. All right, this thing's nice and hot for once, and we can get going. I have just a little vegetable oil, peanut oil, I guess. Not a little, actually. You kind of want to use a lot. You can smell it up there? Nice. So yeah, there we go. We got the oil, the pancakes frying in there. And smelling nice, nice and thick. Putting the whole thing. What whole thing? I mean, I didn't put it all in. There's still some here. Ow. Thing's bubbling. Really nice. It does smell fantastic, honestly. So, and that cornstarch helps it be super crisp. Gives it gummy texture on the inside, which is great. How am I going to flip this? That's a good question. You may need multiple tools. It's not stuck, at least. But if I just whip it, it's going to splash oil on me, and I don't want that. I also need a place to put it after. Oh, Rich, you foreshadowed this whole thing. Great. Look at that. Nicely browned up. It looks really cool with like the pieces of corn there. This is going to be awesome. Rich, have you had a kimchi pancake before? It's one of my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite foods of all time. Yeah, and it's funny because I thought, when I first saw it, I thought it was like going to be a scallion pancake, but it's so different. So different than a scallion pancake. As you can see, like I've made scallion pancakes on this stream before, and they, it's more like a flaky pastry in a way. But, oh man, awesome. I'm just going to give this like a minute more. I'm going to put it on here to cut it. And when I take it out, I'm going to flip it again so that the like oily side is up. And that way it doesn't just get like oil soaked and soggy on the bottom. Oil soaked and soggy. So you can see this awesome, like this is like a really cool texture. Let me turn this off so I don't get splashed with more oil. Got the knife. This smells so good. Wow. I mean, I knew it would, right? But, I haven't really indulged too much in the fresh seasonal corn yet this year. So I've been like really loving it today. All right, where are we here? Let's get a little closer. Thanks, Russell. Thanks, Gina. Thank you, Nicole. Hey, Sally. Haven't written the recipe yet. Usually when I do these streams, I'm coming up the recipe as we go, and everyone kind of joins in and tells me what to do or not do. So, and then usually I post the recipe like next week. But yeah, look at that. It looks great. So let's see. Toppings. I have my lime mayo thing. Thanks, Chad. Now I have my more traditional sort of what you would normally have with a Korean pancake. And now I have some, again, more traditional Korean pancake ingredient, sesame seeds. Now we're going full street corn with the cotija cheese. The chili flakes. And the cilantro. Y'all. Real excited for this one. So we have that cool like corn texture on the back. Super crispy, just the right amount of gumminess. Thanks, Rich. At the brewery, yeah. People would be lining up for this at any brewery. Real happy with how this came out. Thank you, Nicole. Drunk people going crazy. It's always good serving a dish to drunk people. I mean, easy to please. But then people will get in fights and stuff, so it's not as fun. I think the leaving the corn raw, so it just like barely cooks in the recipe. And when you take a bite, like the juicy corn just kind of like pops as you're eating it. It's really awesome. It'd also be really fun to do like a cowboy caviar version of a Korean pancake with like black beans. It's kind of a fun idea too. Cliff note for the batter, Sally. So it has regular flour, which you could probably substitute for a gluten-free, like all-purpose. It has cornstarch. More traditional version would be potato starch, but it's equal parts of the regular flour and the potato starch. Then I added like a ton of corn, fresh corn, a little bit of kimchi, some of the juice from the kimchi, a little bit of rice vinegar, added some water until it became like that right texture, and then fried it up in the hot oil. Then I topped it with a mixture of mayo, lime juice, and smoked paprika, which is more traditional on the street corn side. And then a mixture of soy sauce, sesame oil, rice vinegar, which would be more traditional on the pancake side, as well as some chili flakes, sesame seeds, cotija cheese, and a ton of cilantro. I was debating putting some cotija into the pancake itself, but I decided just to put it on top. But, you could go wild and throw it in there as well if you wanted to. So, thank you all for watching. I'm here every Thursday. I will post this recipe on my website next week. And the red sauce, it was soy sauce, sesame oil, honey, and sriracha, and maybe something else. Throw it together and wait for the recipe for the real version. But yeah, thank you all. I'm here every Thursday. Follow me on Instagram or check out for the recipe right here on Facebook.